Alright, we back in this motherfucker once again. Coming at y'all live. Asharenu. Reporting from asharenu.com. More random talk, visions from the dark side. So we back in this bitch. What's good? Of course, we're gonna start off with a tarot reading. What's good, fam? What's good with you? What's up? What's up? What's the deal? You already know. That was so quick. Yeah, you know, we had to take care of some business. You know. Starting to expand the team at this point. You know, got people helping me with all the background and production stuff. You know what I mean? So when you putting in that work, you know, people want to see you glow up. What's up? What's up, Candace? What's up, William? So when you putting in that work, people want to see you glow up. So people bring their expertise together. And we're going to make some magic happen. So definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to definitely continue to elevate. Trust me. So we're going to continue to put in this work. So before we get started, we're going to do a tarot reading. Peace, peace, peace. What's up, Sharice? What's the deal? What's up? So let's see what the tarot got to say. Right? What we got coming up? We put some Vaseline on my lips. Just in case I decide to light up, lips won't be too dry. Alright. Let's get it in. First card, the Knight of Wands. Shape, shift, change. So this video is called Visions from the Dark Side. So we already know people was always talking about shape shifting. What's up, King Shango? What's up? What's up? We already know visions from the dark side. The first principle is to be a shape shifter, to be someone that adapts every single day to new situations, or as the Egyptians would say, or the Canaanites, or the Kemetics. You let this plane pass. To be a shapeshifter is to come forth by day. Every day you make manifest your reality, your experience. Every day, which has nothing to do with the previous day and has nothing to do with what's going to happen the next day. So every day has a unique energy signature. So every day we must shapeshift, or every day we must change in order to adapt to the energy that's available to us every day. We can't carry the past into, the present, and we can't neglect the present in hopes of the future. So this is basically saying we have to adapt and change every day so that we can tap into the spirit or the energy of the frequency that is arising every single day. Every single day has a unique energy signature. So in order to tap in order to pull those jewels out of every day, you must be a shape shifter. You must be able to change and adapt at a drop of a hat. Makes sense? What else they got for us? What else they got for us? This card is coming up again. This card came up last time because this is a challenge. When you are the shapeshifter, when you are coming forth by day, because now we can look at it from the opposing view. To feel crucified and to feel like you're being tortured is a result of not being a shapeshifter, right? If you're not changing every day, if you're not adapting to your environment, if you're not putting in that work, this will be the result. So you see, depending on what the card comes up, it can mean a completely different thing. So if you're not putting in that work as the shapeshifter, as somebody who is fluid as water, activating that Mercury energy, activating that Mercury spirit, this is what frees you from the crucifixion. This is what frees you from torture and torment. Being able to shape shift. That's how you can free yourself. Peace. What's up, Moon Spirit? If you don't change, how can you get free from the chains that bind you? You must change. In order for the chains, you must change in order for the chains to be freed. Makes sense? Let's see what else we got. Once again, same cards are coming up because you see it's a unique energy signature for the day. So, embracing change every single day. No 2 days, no 2 hours, no 2 minutes, no 2 moments are the same. You must change and adapt in order to free yourself from the mental prison. And in order to do that, takes, of course, dedication. You're not going to be able to pull that off. And of course, dedication is like willpower. It takes willpower. You must activate the solar plexus in order to get through these chains. Because obviously, this is not something easy to navigate. It's like a puzzle. It's like going through a labyrinth of life. Life is like going through a labyrinth. And it is only by your willpower that you will be able to survive. As we see, this is the king of coins. We know coins is about the physical experience, the material realm. But some tarot decks is called disc. Some tarot decks is called coins. Other tarot decks is called disc. In specific, the Thoth deck is called disc. The reason it's called disc instead of coins is because a disc, just like a floppy disk, holds information inside of it. So when we're talking about coins or disc, we're talking about information that's being held inside of something. The coin or the disc is just a vessel to hold the information. The body is just a vessel to hold the information, or the DNA, the light codes. The body is a vessel to hold light. Light is being held within the body. The body is crystallized light. Our body, our skin, this is all crystallized light. It's all crystallized light, just in a condensed form. So in order to free yourself from your mental slavery, it's only by willpower. It's only by willpower. It's only by tapping into that information that's already stored within your vessel. You must tap into the information already stored within your vessel with dedication and being adamant about your path. Let's pull another card, right? The Seven of Cups, wonder, chance. Through this dedication, through you activating your willpower being able to free you from the chains, now wonder and chance is possible. Now you can experience more. You can have more wondrous experience. Now you can take more risk and change in your life. More risk, or not change, more chance. You can take more chance in your life. Take more risk. Have more wondrous and mystic experience, because we're dealing with cups. So we're dealing with water. We're dealing with the mystic realm. So in order to increase your mystic experiences, tapping into that willpower, breaking free through them chains, being a shapeshifter. So now you can have more synchronistic experiences. So wonder and chance is another way to say synchronicity. In order for you to have more synchronicity in your life, this is a process you must go through. Oh yeah, you goddamn right. The tarot is no joke. That shit is right on point every time. Let's keep going though. Hey, y'all think I'm done? Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. We're gonna make this video worthwhile. What's good? What's good, family? What's the deal? I see you. I see you. The Eight of Cups. Shy, timid. So we know being adamant, being dedicated increases your synchronicity. Now we go to the next cup, the Eight of Cups, which is shy timidness. So you see a crab being into a shell, right? So what is this about? What happens is when you start exploring that unknown territory, it's going to make you shy and timid at first. That wonder and that chance, taking those risks, having a more mysterious experience, is not necessarily the most easiest thing to cope with, because you're going to be experiencing a lot of things that don't make sense to you at first. So at first, your automatic reaction is going to be shy, to try to go back into your shell that you were trying to get out of. Because a lot of people have got comfortable being in that cage. A lot of people have got comfortable being in that cage. So when you start to go beyond that cage, And you start to see the real mysteries of life, the real synchronistic moments of life. Your first initial reaction is going to be, maybe I need to go back into my cage because I'm not certain anymore. So we're dealing with being comfortable with uncertainty. Can you be uncomfortable with uncertainty? This is that uncertainty. Because if you're not uncomfortable with that uncertainty, you're going to go right back into your shell, right back into your cage. You must learn to adapt to be comfortable with uncertainty, not knowing where the next step will be or what path you have to take. You may not necessarily have a clear vision of where you may end up. So instead of going back to the cage, maybe I need to go home and reevaluate my life and to start over and do this, do that. That shy and timidness. So that emotion will come up, exploring those hidden mysteries of life. Exactly. Walking by faith. You must walk by faith or you will get trapped right back in this motherfucking matrix. Let's continue forward. What else they got for us? What else we got? Judgment. Awaken. Metamorphosis. Is that metamorphosis or metamorphosize? Yeah, there you go. Judgment. The doors to the spirit realm are not open if you do not fall back into your shell. The doors of the spiritual world are now open to you. Right? If you don't fall into your shell, the doors of the spirit realm is now open to you. As you see, we got that double X, which is at 20. We know 20 or that 2 is in supreme alphabet is truth or square. Living your truth or going back into your fucking square. Right? Can you stand on your truth or will you fall back to your square? So the doors to the spirit realm is open if you do not fall into your shy and timid ways that you were trying to escape from. The doors of the spirit realm, the doors of the unknown, the doors of the mysteries are now open. Right? Let's continue forward. Let's get about 2 or 3 more cards. We ain't got to go too deep. But you see already. You know what I mean? You already see. Let's go. Boom. The 3 of coins. Imagination and ability. Look at this colorful motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker. Colorful. Just don't give a fuck. He's showing all his skin. You don't give a fuck. When you open up the doors to the spirit realm, this activates your creativity and your imagination, your creative ability. It's activated through having access to the spirit realm. Opening up those spiritual doors opens you up to the spirit realm. Your imagination and your creative abilities now are sparked. Now you got that creative spark coming in now. Those doors must be open for you to get that creative spark. This is why some people do drugs, to open up these gateways, right? To open up the gateways, you must first open up the gateways. Now your imagination and your creative ability can manifest, because we're talking about the coins. So we're talking about on the material plane. So your imagination and your creativity and your creative ability can manifest in the physical world. So you can have a physical response to a spiritual act. Makes sense? Let's keep going, though. Let's keep going. All right. Oh my God, look at all these coins. The 4 of coins. Look at all these motherfucking coins, though. You know, it's definitely very, very money-orientated spirit around this motherfucker today. What does this say? Security. What is this? Miser security. Yeah, getting that money. The money trees. Planting those money trees, right? That creative imagination and that creative ability in the physical realm will set them seeds or plant those seeds for you to grow those money trees. Let's take it a step back. You opening up those spiritual doors is going to activate your imagination and your creative ability in the physical world so that you can start planting seeds to grow those money trees. Right? Do one more card. So what's the last card? Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. The Ace of Coins. Wealth arising. Is this arising? Wealth arising. Look at that. So you plant those money seeds that grows into money trees. Now you awaken to a whole different financial way of life, right? You raise your financial calibers. Now, your financial energy is being increased, right? You go into it. So if you was making 10K, now you go to 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K by following this path. That's how you awaken. So I know everybody trying to get their money up. Everybody trying to get the bag, right? There it is. You know what I mean? So let me go through this process one last time for those who might not have caught it. Let's go through it one more time so y'all can understand, and we can talk about it after. First card, the Knight of Wands, being a shapeshifter, changing with the times every day, every minute, every moment, not being set into your ways. You are not solid, right? You are swift and changeable. You have to be swift and changeable in order to get out of your mental jail cell, you can say. Your mental prison. You have to be swift and changeable to be able to navigate and be fluid like water to get to escape these mental chambers. The only way to do that is to have dedication and to be adamant. Peace, peace, queen. I see you. Peace, queen. You need that willpower to get you through those dark times. It is only through your willpower and your dedication that you will be able to escape from that mental prison. You need that. You need that willpower. You need that force. You need that animal or that killer instinct. You need that killer instinct and being able to apply it to life, right? Having that killer instinct, awakening that killer instinct opens you up to wonder and chance. Synchronicity. You begin to experience synchronicity, having that determination, having that willpower, and opening yourself up to the spirit realm through synchronicity, wonder, and chance. Now, boom. If you falter, if you become afraid of the unknown, you're going to seep back into your shell. So this is letting you know that it ain't all fun and games, that there will be opposition, there will be challenges that come up that make you like, okay, maybe I should go back to my old life, right? There will be challenges that you will be faced with that's going to make you want to go back to your old life because you have been comfortable with your mental prison. It has been programmed into you to be your way of life, so you really don't see anything wrong with it. So this is to completely change your way of life, right? So if you don't falter, if you don't go back into your shell, it will open up the gateways to the spirit realm if you continue forward in the unknown. The doors to the spirit realm are now open if you continue forward, which will activate your imagination and your creative ability on a physical level. You be like, this cool motherfucker, right? When your imagination and your creative ability is now activated on the physical realm, you begin to plant seeds to grow money trees so that you can be secure in the physical realm, which by following this process will put you in a whole different financial bracket. You will discover new treasure and new wealth that was previously unknown to you, right? Simple shit, right? But that's the process. See, the tarot gives you the path, right? Peace, peace. What's up, King? Bless, G. I see you. I see y'all out there. So y'all already know. Y'all see it. Y'all see the game. The tarot gives you the path. But now you got to put in that work. See, that's all the tarot can do. So for all the people that may be wondering about tarot readings, they give you the path. They give you the path for you to follow, but you must back it up with action. It's going to give you the path. It's going to give you the formula. It's going to give you the secrets based on whatever you're going through. So this is the reading of the day, and you can take it forward. Whenever you're aligned to this reading is what you needed right now. I feel like this reading is for everybody. This is for everybody who's in line. Everybody who's watching the video, everybody that will watch the video. This is for everybody. This is for everybody like, yo, this is just another way to think about how to get your money up, how to get your bag up by not neglecting the spiritual. Because remember, there's a way to get your bag up and not being spiritual. So this is the way to get your bag up while still being spiritual, while not putting your spirituality on the back burner, but actually putting your spirituality in the front, being guided by your spirituality. Appreciation. I appreciate you too, Queen. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up with you, Afro Pick. She keeps putting these sad faces. What's up with Afro Pick? Why she keep putting those sad faces? You know what I mean? I don't know. This was a pretty positive reading to me. I don't know. Y'all give Afro Pick some love. Everybody in the chat room definitely give Afro Pick some love. She's put some sad faces. Give her some love. You know what I mean? So there you go. You got some love for you, Afro Pick. Raise up those vibrations. The process is sad right now. Yeah, you definitely stay strong. Stay strong. Don't go back into that shell. Don't go back into the shell. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. Don't go back to that shell. As long as you stay focused, don't go back to the shell. Definitely trust the process. Definitely trust the process. So we can keep going. You know what I mean? This is Visions from the Dark Side, right? Yeah, definitely. Visions from the Dark Side. Let's open up a random chapter in the Bible, shall we? Since we got the Bible sitting right here, let's open up a random chapter. Let's just see. I'm just gonna open up a random passage. Just gonna randomly pick, and we're gonna see what's up. Let's see. This page. Let me see. Let me just put my finger somewhere. Put my finger here. Where is this? All right. So we in Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 11. Let's see what this say. The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. One more time. The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. So if y'all was watching my video yesterday, y'all know all about that tent, what that tent means. It's about your lineage. It's about your DNA. It's about your bloodline. It's about that aspect of you. It's about that aspect of you that is hidden, that must be manifest. So when you are constructing your tent, that means you are building up your spiritual reality. It's like building an altar, channeling in that spiritual energy so that it can be used creatively to open up those spiritual doors. So that tent just means establishing your spirituality in the midst of wickedness. We know that this is a wicked world, but you establish or you put your tent down regardless of how wicked the shit is. You know what I mean? Exactly. The tent has something to do with the diamond. Yeah, the tent is definitely the diamond. The pyramid. There's so many ways to look at the tent. There's so many ways. It ain't just one way. There's at least 7 different ways to look at anything in the Bible. So there's this going on. This is just based on everything we already talked about. So when you do go through these dark times, when you do go through these sinister times, we all have to go through these dark phases and to deal with our shadow, to integrate our shadow with ourself. Trying to integrate 2 different contrasts is a painful experience because, again, this may mean that you have to cut off certain people. This may mean you have to move away from your family. This may mean that you have to completely start over from scratch. It could mean any of these things. But if you stand strong and you don't go back into your shell, you will be rewarded with spiritual insight. Exactly, the dark night of the soul. Everybody has to experience that dark night of the soul where you just in tears, you fucked up, you don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It all depends. It all depends. Everybody has to experience the dark night of the soul. Everybody. To integrate your shadow with your light. To integrate the dark with the light, you must go through those dark nights of the soul. Not because they are a negative experience, but you must go through the pain. You must go through the torture. We all, once we wake up to the truth and we realize, damn, I didn't put myself in a mental prison. Fuck what's going on the outside. I put myself in a mental prison. Now I have to get myself out, which is very hard because you have become comfortable with the mental prison. Because it's all you know. If all you know is doing the same shit every day, then it's hard to break free from that. It's not easy. So that's why I always say, that's why I'm always talking about the dark side. I'm talking about the dark side because it's not easy. It's not fun. It's not all fun and games. That shit happens after the fact. But until you get there, it's a dark ass road. Like I said, some people have to be homeless. Some people have to, separate from their family. Some people have to stop being humans and be more divine. Peace. What's up, Lord? What's up, Marvin the Magi? What's good? How can you find or reach more information? How can you find or reach more inspiration or creativity? You got to open up those spiritual doors, meaning you have to go beyond your comfort zone. Some people say you have to go out in nature. See, this is what this is all about. What's this thing with reconnecting with nature? On a scientific level, reconnecting with nature just means being around negative ions. For all my scientific people, nature naturally produces negative ions. Negative ions heal you. Positive ions make you sick. So in nature constantly is producing negative ions which heal you. That's why you go out into nature, to recollect those negative ions so that they can purify you. That's why when you go outside, you automatically feel better. You can be as sick as you could possibly be. As soon as you step outside, you start to feel better. Immediately when you step outside, exactly. Whether you around trees, you around the ocean, you around water, you around fire, you around the air, all these natural elements make you feel better the moment you step outside, right? That's what it's all about. Being charged up with negative ions. That's what nature produces. So when we are disconnected from nature, it's hard to be depressed when you outside. You can be depressed in your house because when you're inside the house, it's mostly positive ions because it's not too much sunlight. It's not too much nature going on. So when you're in the house, it's easy to be depressed because it's charged with positive ions. When you step your ass outside, you start to charge with negative ions, which make you feel better. It lightens up your mood automatically. And of course, when you fire up the tree, when you smoke weed, that's more negative ions. That's why you feel better. It's negative ions. So when you smoke, it's negative ions. That's why you feel better. So for all my scientific people out there, so we don't have to say connect with nature, connect with nature, connect with nature, and we don't know what that really means. No, charge yourself up with negative ions. That's the true scientific meaning of why you will want to reconnect with nature. This is Visions from the Dark Side. Can y'all handle it? Can y'all handle the visions from the dark side? Let's turn to another chapter in the Bible randomly. So we're going to close the book. All right. Here. All right, we're in Chronicles, the 21st chapter, the 12th verse. Haven't seen the sun in 2 days in Texas. You know what I mean? Sometimes motherfuckers got to travel. Come out to the West Coast. For all my East Coast, for all my down South, for all my Midwest, for all my Northern people, come to the West Coast, especially in the summer, and soak up this sun. Come to the West Coast. You know what I mean? Go out, go to LA, go to Santa Monica, go to the beach, go to San Diego, charge up by the ocean. You know what I mean? Well, let's read this chapter. What is this? Chronicles, chapter 21, verse 12. What does it say? Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Florida. Yeah, exactly. Florida is good, too. Miami, all that shit. Miami, LA. If you want that desert sun, you go to Vegas or Arizona or Utah. Even Denver. You can check out Denver. You know what I mean? You got Seattle. You can check out Seattle. It's so many cities. You know what I mean? But definitely don't be afraid to get out and travel to heal yourself. Don't worry about the people, the places, and the things. Just go out, soak up some sun so you can heal yourself. Let's read this verse. And a letter came to him from Elijah the prophet, saying, Thus says the Lord God of your father David, because you have not walked in the ways of what is this? Jehoshaphat, your father. What is this? Jehoshaphat? You know, these crazy Bible names. Or in the ways of, what is this? Asha, king of Judah? Hold on. Hold on. Let me read that again. What the fuck is this talking about? Chronicles, the 21st chapter, 12th verse. And a letter came to him from Elijah the prophet, saying, Thus says the Lord God of your father David, because you have not walked in the ways of your father or in the ways of Asha, king of Judah. Basically, what it's saying is Elijah the prophet, right? Because again, we're talking about the 12. So we know that's knowledge, wisdom. The 1 and the 2 is knowledge, wisdom. Knowledge is to collect and gather information, to collect data or data. Wisdom is to use that data and to start to rotate this data or this data. So you collect the data, you pull it in, now you express it in the form of wisdom. So wisdom is that data or that data in motion. Now it's moving. Now you're walking around doing shit in accordance to the knowledge you have gathered. So Elijah the prophet sent the letter basically saying, he's telling somebody, you ain't following the path of your father, so you will suffer. That's basically what it's saying. If you don't follow the path of the father, or if you don't stick to your guns when shit get hard, you will suffer even more than you think you suffering. So for all the people who think they suffering right now, you will suffer even more not following your path, not following your truth. You suffer even more. Because as I was saying before, once you pop that red pill, you are responsible for yourself at that point. You don't get to backtrack and backpedal. If you don't live according to your path, you will suffer. Everybody else don't live by that law because they never took the red pill. But since you chose to know the truth, you can't take the truth back. So you must live according to the truth because you know it and it was instilled inside of you. The truth is always within. Do I have vivid dreams often? It depends. Like, I have them if I want to have them. Like, it's a technique. It's a technique to get into the astral world and have lucid dreams. So whenever I feel I need to have that, then yeah. I had one about 2 days ago. You know what I mean? I was killing a lot of people. Like, I had a magnum. I was definitely taking a lot of lives in my dream. A lot of people died in my dreams. But that was just me killing off, versions of myself that are no longer serving me. So I'm just popping off aspects of myself that no longer serve me. So all that dead weight is being executed, is being released, all that dead weight. For me to prepare myself so that I can do what I need to do now. Like I said, just mastering the skateboard, I'm definitely going to be speaking in front of people, so I have to get more active and be more active, allow people to help me to prosper as well. I've been a big person about doing everything myself, but that shit takes a long fucking time, so if you have somebody in position to help you to achieve your goals, then utilize that help, but understand the process, know what they know. So they may be the expert in it, but you still know what they know. You may not necessarily do it the way they do it, but you still know. Exchange that information, build up that mastermind. When 2 or more people come together, they create this third mind, which is called the mastermind. And those 2 people can pull information from this created third mind that they created. 2 or more people create this third mind, and they can pull information from this third mind that neither one of those people knew about. Basically, when they say when 2 or more people gather in the honorance of God, then God is manifested. When God is manifested, now they can pull information from the source that neither one of them knew that can advance their whole life. For those who can even peep that. For all my Napoleon Hill readers, Napoleon Hill talked about this principle called the mastermind. If you want further information on that, but that's real shit. I've had this experience so many times. I can give you a personal experience where literally it was me and my brother. Literally from the moment we woke up to the moment we went to sleep, we were talking about hip hop this, hip hop that, hip hop history, hip hop music, hip hop. Then we made the decision like, okay, let's go to Hollywood, because we didn't have nothing to do. It was a Saturday night. You know, so we just randomly decided, hey, let's see what's going on in Hollywood. The moment we set foot in Hollywood, literally the moment we walked on the block of Hollywood, there's a big group of motherfuckers coming with a big ass speaker blasting some fucking hip hop. There's a motherfucking rolling. He had a what is that thing where you grab it and you can tilt it, where you lifting heavy shit, whatever the fuck it's called. Y'all know the shit that has wheels. They had a big ass speaker on that mother blasting some fucking hip hop. The moment we stepped on Hollywood, so we following them. Like, what is they gonna do? They end up performing in front of people, just doing all type of shit. We just looking at this like, yo, the party just got started as soon as we set foot. Also, this is the same night I got this. This is the same night I got this, because it was a graffiti artist on Hollywood Boulevard, and I saw him paint this. I saw this painted in front of my face. So I decided to buy it. I'm like, yo, we gotta definitely give an offering to hip hop. So I only had like $20. My last $20 I spent on this. So this is from that night. So the night I'm just talking about, this is the glyph from that night. You know what I mean? So this is the manifestation. So I was hip hop from sunrise to sunset. That's it. Exactly. Manifest that mastermind. Manifest that mastermind. Trust me. So, with that being said, we're going to dedicate that to our smoking session. You know what I mean? Let me make sure the battery is good. Yeah, we good. Okay. Make sure I got my lighter. About to make this shit happen. That's a good way to start the day off. I don't think I have my lighter. Hold on. Cheers. I may need to grab my lighter, so hold on. Alright, I'm about to grab my lighter, so y'all bear with me. Thought I had it on me, but I don't. Alright, so give me 1 second. Let me go grab the lighter. I'll be right back. Y'all hold it down. Give me about 60 seconds. Alright, we back in this bitch. Peace. What's up? The shit school? What's good? What's good with you, pimpin'? What's good? So we're gonna dedicate this to all ancestors known and unknown. All hip-hop ancestors known and unknown. We're gonna dedicate this to 444. 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444, 444. Check the links in the description. You want to know the name of the group? All links that you need to know are in the description. So the link to the group is in the description. But definitely check out the website as well, asharenu.com, for further services and all that. So let's get it in. We definitely dedicate this to hip hop. How did I get my name? I have many names. Many names. Asharenu comes from Amun Asharenu. Before it was Asharenu, it was Amun Asharenu. Amun Asharenu means the God of many names. And you know I have many names. Zephyr, Lord Asar, Amun Asharenu, my birth name. Exactly, shape-shifting around this motherfucker. I tap into, these are basically different personas. Got multiple personalities. Exactly, Prince Raziel. Y'all go back to my old videos, it was Prince Raziel. Many titles. So I consider them titles. So the God of many names or the God of many titles. So I have many different titles and they all have a personality attached to it. A spiritual personality, a spiritual connection. Exactly, different frequencies. Exactly. So it just let us know you don't have to go by one title. We can have many titles, many names, and they all tap into a certain frequency. You can have a certain name for each frequency. So you can have a name that taps into the energy of the sun, the energy of the moon, the energy of Jupiter, the energy of Rahu, the energy of Mercury, the energy of Venus, the energy of Ketu, the energy of Saturn, and the energy of Mars. You can have a different name to tap into a particular frequency. So that if you ever want to channel a particular frequency, you have a name attached to that frequency. You know what I mean? Just throwing something out there. Just throwing something out there. For those in tune. The metaphysics of tobacco. Tobacco helps you communicate with spirits. Tobacco also resonates with the energy of Mars. So tobacco is the energy of Mars. It also helps you connect with spirits. You know, Rahu is number 4. I said the 9 frequencies are the 9 numbers. Rahu is number 4. Rahu is number 4. What do I think about schizophrenia? Schizophrenia is just a result of a person not understanding spirituality. So just imagine somebody seeing demons and spirits and they don't understand what they're seeing. It'll make them go crazy because you don't have the proper knowledge to understand why you are having certain experiences. You don't have no knowledge to back it up. That's what creates schizophrenics. It's just those who are naturally spiritual without the tools to advance their spirituality. That's how you know it's only for a chosen few. Everybody don't have the knowledge. Everybody don't have the knowledge. Some people are having the experiences, but they can't understand the experiences because they don't have the knowledge. So for those who do have the knowledge, those are the ones who are supposed to have the knowledge, the ones who are supposed to take it to the next level. As I said, spirituality came to me. I wasn't looking for spirituality. It came to me when I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't give a fuck about it. It came to me and I answered the call. You know what I mean? I wasn't thinking about this shit. I wasn't thinking about any of this. It came to me and I accepted the challenge. I answered the call. So basically, I answered the call to gain knowledge. I answered the call to gain knowledge because all the experiences that I was going to have the experience anyway. All these spiritual experiences I was going to have it anyway. But it was my choice whether I got the knowledge to understand what I was going through. That was within my hands. So since I chose to study when those spiritual things started to happen to me, I understood it so it didn't scare me and make me a schizophrenic. It made me go deeper into it because I had the knowledge. So I'm like, okay, I at least kind of understand what's going on. I didn't understand everything, but I at least had enough willpower and courage to keep going forward and not give up even when bad shit was happening. It's been rituals that I did that went wrong. All my rituals have not been successful. Like I've had some things that double backed on me and I suffered because of it. But that didn't make me stop. Well, maybe I need to hang my gloves up. No, that just means I need to tighten up. So I had to tighten up. So I kept going, even through adversity. And that's what it's all about. That's why you gain knowledge so that you can keep going, so that it doesn't stagnate you and make you confused to the point where you can't even tune into reality no more. You don't even understand reality. You feel me? So everybody gets the spiritual call, but not everybody answers the call. Because if you answer the call, that's what inclines you to get knowledge. See, I have a hunger for wisdom. I hunger for wisdom like people hunger for food who ain't ate in 7 days. Like my hunger for wisdom is insatisfiable. You know what I mean? Like some people, money habits can't be satisfied. I can't be satisfied when it comes to wisdom. That's what keeps me going. Every day I wake up, it's not to make money. It's to gain wisdom. It's to put in work. That's the difference. When you answer the spiritual call, it gives you a thirst for knowledge. So all this knowledge really did. All it really did is give me a hunger for wisdom. That's all it did. This lifestyle gives you a hunger for wisdom. And if you accept it, then you can never be satisfied. You're going to always be seeking. You know what I mean? It don't stop. And the knowledge you gain gives you the ability to get your physical existence on point too. So it ain't just wisdom and you gotta live like a bum. You ain't gotta do that. The spirit will take care of you physically as well. Once you accept it, you have to accept it. But if you feel like this is a burden, because some people feel like being spiritual is a curse. Some people really feel like this is a curse. Some people feel like it's a curse to be dark skinned. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Some people feel like they're cursed to even be melanated, to be spiritual. That's a curse in some people's eyes. So they have to go through life like a fucking schizophrenic because they will never accept their true purpose. You know what I mean? Like you have to be able to see whatever vessel you manifested in is on purpose. Whatever vessel you manifest in, you must master. Basically, we all have strengths and weaknesses. Whatever vessel, some people are tall, some people are short, long, you know what I mean, narrow. We all got certain physical attributes, strengths, and weaknesses. You must maximize your strength and limit your weaknesses, regardless of the vessel that you incarnated in. That's why it's for a reason. You must master the vessel that you incarnated in. It's not that you was born 5'6", but you feel like, damn, I was supposed to be 6 feet. Because women like tall men, right? Well, oh, I'm not attracted because I'm not 6 feet. There's a reason why you 5'6", motherfucker. There's certain things you are better at doing than a motherfucker that's 6 feet tall. You can use your height to your advantage. You know? Why do you keep failing at music? How well do you truly understand music? What does music break down to? What does music break down to? Do you even know? Well, yeah, definitely tones and vibes, frequency, but the actual number, what number does the word music break down to? Does anybody know? Exactly. We various tones for various reasons, you know? 616. Let's break it down. We're going to break it down right now. Because his question was, why did he keep failing music? Let's break it down. M is the 13th letter. U is the 21st letter. S is the 19th letter. I is the 9th letter. C is the 3rd letter. When you break all this down, what do you get? You get 4, 3, which is 7, 1, which is 8, 3, which is 11, 11, which breaks down to 2. So music breaks down to number 11. What were we just talking about? The spiritual calling? We were just talking about the spiritual calling, right? Music is a spiritual calling. And you understanding those tones and frequencies is you interpreting an experience that you are having. Let's just say, for example, you are a shaman and you want to interpret your astral travels. You want to be able to interpret that, not necessarily speaking it, expecting people to understand. You want people to feel your experience. So music allows you to translate your feeling that you have within you into an experience that all people can share. So music is about transferring your emotions into tones and frequencies. The number 11 is a number of the oracle, right? Let me show y'all the card. Since I got the tarot deck with me, let me show y'all the card. Let me show y'all the oracle. Since we talking about music, let me break it down for y'all for real. You're not gonna hear this shit nowhere else. Trust me. Definitely, we got that work for you. We got the work for you. We can take this shit as deep as you want to take it, man. Hold on. way back here. Here we go. 11. See those double ones? The high priestess. What does it say? Necromancer, seer. I don't think you're ready for that, bro. Necromancer, seer. That means a musician is clairvoyant. For one, a shaman is clairvoyant. So do we truly know what a musician is? Do we truly know what an artist is? The seer is clairvoyant. The necromancer, see, I don't think y'all are ready for that aspect of music. Are you ready for that act? Because you know necromancy is communicating with the dead. Why everybody want to be Tupac? Why everybody want to try to recreate the past? Right? Everybody want to be Tupac. Kendrick Lamar? For all my Kendrick Lamar fans, who did he say he had a spiritual contact with? Tupac? And now he's on top? Right? He's considered one of the greatest lyricists. Necromancy. Communicating with the dead. Communicating with the dead. Well, y'all thought it would just, y'all thought they just go into the studio and they just create some beat and some guy just write down some lyrics on the paper. Nah. No, it's there's a reason why motherfuckers smoke before they go in the studio. This helps you channel spirits, just like tobacco. You roll the blunt. So you rolling the tobacco, you rolling the blunt with the weed. So y'all know what's up. If you really want to be into music, you must study necromancy. And you must study the art of seeing into that which cannot be seen. Basically, musicians are modern day shamans. Motherfuckers is doing all type of soul traveling and astral traveling. And this is what creates music. They are traveling. This helps you travel. Music travels. So they are traveling in their mind and translating this travel into frequencies and sounds. Oh no, he just cuts the computer on, pulls up Fruity Loops or whatever software he uses to make beats, and he just started experimenting with stuff. Yada yada, and comes up with something. Nah.
You gonna be here? 3:30?
Yeah.
If you can, try not to let them in my room. I just washed up and all this water.
All right, we back in this motherfucker. Just had to politic with the fam. So we was talking about music, right? So, if you truly want to be successful in music, you must study necromancy. And you must study the art of seering, the art of astral or soul traveling, because those are the two sciences that are mixed together to produce music. This is why you break down words. Because once you break these things down to a mathematical sequence, now you can discover what components this thing is composed of. See, nobody is going to explain music in that fashion. But as a astrologist, as a numerologist, as a occultist, as a esoteric thinker, you see what's really going on beyond the surface, because again, a seer has that sight. You're able to see into the cult, or you're able to see into the spiritual realm, as well as communicate with the dead, because they have access to information and sounds and frequencies that you don't, because they have a wider view of life. You can say they have the bird's eye view of reality in the universe, and they can translate that in the form of frequencies that is being translated by the composer. The composer is downloading information, translating it and making it into a beat. Right? See, now that I'm talking about it, it makes perfect fucking sense of what's really going on, right? It's like some voodoo shit, right? We taking it back to the motherland. It's some African spirituality shit. It's that deep, dark, mystic, Native American, Indian, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck you want to call it, original shit, right? So, we'll stop it there, you know. I can't reveal all the game, but that I give y'all just enough to spark the thought. You know what I mean? So that's why people get the consultation. See, when you get a consultation, then it's whatever your path in life is. We start to decode those secrets so that you can get that inside view into anything you want to do and how to enhance it. Like, so you know how to enhance your reality. So, you know, giving y'all just enough. How do you know if it's working? Do you feel something? Yeah, you start to produce music. You start to produce lyrics. That's how you know it's working. Either you're producing music or you start to produce lyrics. You're going to start to produce something. So you're going to know it's working because you're producing something physically or recording something. You are producing a recording, composing a recording, right? So me as a dancer, somebody who dances, I understand this as when I dance, I'm channeling. I'm not just making shit up in my mind. Okay, let me bust this move, you know, thinking logically. You start off doing that, you know, if you're doing routines and all that, but eventually you realize that it's an art to this shit. So I must let the spirit manifest as it sees fit. So now if I got to start, I have to trust my movements, and I have to, peace, savage guy. I have to trust my movements. So I have to, how fluid can I move? Am I able to switch these? Am I able to properly hit these angles? You can try to do everything logically, but then the spirit takes over, right? That transcendental shit. That's the highest level. The highest level is to go beyond logic and creativity into the spiritual aspects of everything around you. So that's the highest form of mathematics. The highest form of mathematics is sorcery. That's the highest form of mathematics, sorcery. Trust me. So again, it's not magic like some stage magic shit. See, that's a difference. The difference between magic with a C and magic with a K, MAGIC versus MIGICK. MIGIC refers to stage magic and illusions and all this shit that you can't perceive. MAGICK, you have a mathematical formula that you're following that's producing results. So you're not guessing. You're not doing something random and expecting some type of shit. You know exactly what you're doing, and you know exactly what you're going for. You have everything already mapped out, and you're just following the script. The difference between following the script and trying to plan everything, because some things just can't be planned. So, you know. So just giving y'all some insight. Where we at with it? Where we at with it? We at 44%. 444. You already know what it is. Yeah, we definitely fucking skating. Definitely fucking skating. You already know. So basically, it's like every day I have to deal with the police. Every day now. Every day I have to deal with the fucking cops. Every fucking day. On purpose. I'm choosing to do that. I'm choosing to deal with cops every day. Because you have to show no fear. Not being afraid of the cops. Why? Because I'm a skateboarder now. Ever since I became a skateboarder, my attention level has gone beyond the roof. People like be going slow in their cars and shit, trying to see if I'm gonna bust tricks. Like I be watching people. Motherfuckers be going all the way down the street, busting a U-turn, going back. I'm like the love for skateboarding is real because skateboarding is universal. People skate all around the world, so doing all type of creative shit with a skateboard is a definitely interesting thing to observe. So me thinking, I'm like, I'm not even going to skateboard in the daytime. I don't want people to see me busting my ass because I'm still learning how to, get my angles on point and all that. So I go outside around 12 a.m. to practice my skateboarding once everybody's asleep. So of course, once the cops notice you, they're either going to question you or you're going to see every 5 to 7 minutes, you're going to see a cop car. I've been seeing this the last 2 days. Again, when you take on these frequencies, it just come with the game. It just come with the game because again, skateboarders have this stigma. They may be graffiti artists, they may be drug dealers, so on and so forth. So skateboarding has this stigma about it, whether you're doing it or not. But it has that side of a negative stigma. It has a light side, but it also has a dark side. So every day, I have to deal with that. But I choose to deal with it, and I'm not going to allow that to stop me from learning how to skateboard. I could easily say, I don't want to deal with these cops, man. They sweat me. Man, fuck that. Nah, you going to catch me out there every night learning how to skateboard, putting in those hours. Even if I get an hour a day is better than no times. Because I know every day I'm learning something new. Learning something new about which foot to put on, my balance, and all that. So, you're trying to figure out which one of your chakras are blocked. Just go through all of them. I guess, why am I pointing up here? You got to activate. Use your sixth sense to feel each of your chakras. And when you put your awareness on your chakras, you should be able to feel the state of your chakras. And you'll be able to feel which one is like going a little bit too slow or too fast, or it'll feel like a heartbeat. You should be able to sense it. Or you can do this. Put your hand basically touching your aura. I do like this. Your aura extends like this. So put your hand and just sweep over your aura and see what areas you start to feel energy being pulled out of your hand. 'Cause remember, there's chakras on your palms. So when you're doing this, you're shooting energy into your aura to make sure that it is stabilized and balanced. So whenever you start to feel energy being pulled out of your palms, again, you got to be sensitive to energy. If you're not sensitive to energy, then you got to become sensitive to energy. You should be able to feel the energy coming out of your palm, and you should be able to stabilize any of the chakras as you see fit. That's one way. That's not the only way. Just one way. You can listen to binaural beats, isochronic tones, meditations, visualizations, mantras, whatever floats your boat. So you can discover what you need to do based on how the energy feels. So become sensitized to your energy. You know, sensitize yourself. If you're not sensitive to energy, get a opal crystal, OPAL. Get an opal crystal. Hold it in the palm of your hand, and it will activate your aura. You will be able to sense your aura. So get an opal crystal if you want to become sensitive to your aura and become sensitive to your energies. You know, trust me, we got that work. We got the work. Trust me. You couldn't make videos every day if you didn't know something, right? There's still a lot to go. Still a long way to go. We got a long way to go. This is just the beginning. We just getting started. 2018 just came in. We got a long way to go. So you already know. This is the year of the 11s. The year of the 11s. 2018 breaks down to 11. So for all my musicians, for all my music heads, this is definitely the time to get deep into your music, to take your music to a new plateau. It's definitely that time. This is the energy. This is a lunar year. Last year was a solar year. This is a lunar year. And we know whenever you want to go deeper into the subconscious, you know, you can take your music to another level. You know what I mean? But put in that work. You definitely got to put in that work. It's not going to happen on its own. It's not going to happen by itself. You must make the initiative, and you must direct your willpower and your intentions into your goal. You got to do it. You got to do it. You have to perfect your craft. If your craft is the tarot, perfect your craft. If your path is decoding the Bible, decode the Bible. If your path is to master your body, then master your body. If it's a combination of all those, go forth. If you perfecting the 9 elements of hip hop, perfect them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Perfect your craft. Because music is deeper than being successful. See, that's how I know. You talking about success. Do you know music in and of itself is beautiful? You talking about being successful. Like, how do I be successful? Do you even know how to produce beautiful music? That in and of itself should be enough for you. That you can produce beautiful frequencies and sounds. But that's not enough. Because, like, okay, I can produce beautiful shit, but I'm not successful. It's your perspective that must change. You must match the beauty with more beauty. Don't think about, this is cool, this is beautiful, but it ain't making me no money, so what worth? You can't judge the worth by how much money it generates. You can't do it. You know what I mean? So it's just, it takes a complete revitalization of your perspective. You know? It's discouraging because people don't listen to it. What if it's for you? What if you were to produce music for yourself to get yourself into certain states of mind so you can do spiritual work? You can make a beat for yourself that gets you in a certain state of mind, happy, sad, good, wrong, whatever state, sexual, horny, whatever state you want to be in, you can create a tone for it and you can activate your own brain. Fuck everybody else. That's what I'm talking about. You have a skill in your hands and you don't even know how to use it for yourself. You have to utilize your skill on yourself before it matters to anybody else. If it does that to you, then it can do that to other people. But you must conduct experiments on yourself. If that shit worked for you, it's going to work for other people. How can you overcome writer's block? Writer's block, again, like you have to communicate with spirit. See, again, stop trying to write some shit from your logical mind. Okay, let me put together these rhymes. No, you need to channel energies or spirits and let the pen flow naturally. You're trying to force the pen because you're trying to use logic. Okay, let me put this together, put this together, put this together. You must let that shit flow naturally. Let it flow naturally and fix it later. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, if you're spending too much time on one bar, you're spending too much time. You shouldn't spend more than 5 minutes per bar. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to think of a bar. And each verse is 16 bars. So it shouldn't be taking you long because you're supposed to be in the moment. You don't even need the pen or the pad. Just sit in the recording booth, record bar at one bar at a time. You think it, record. 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 Do that shit 16 times. First verse is done. Second verse. Think, record. Think, record. Think, record. Think, record. Because if you're trying to write this whole shit down, if you're trying to write down 3 verses, 3 16s, you know how long that's going to take you? Versus you record it as soon as it comes to your mind. All right, I got the next bar, got the next bar, got the next bar, got the next bar. Because you're not thinking too deep. You're not trying to make the deepest song. You realize that, okay, out of 16 bars, if I got 3 deep lines or 4 deep lines, that's good enough. I could be talking about bullshit for 12 bars. But them 4 knowledge bombs is going to make people like, yo, that was hard as fuck. That shit was ratchet as fuck, but that shit was hard as fuck too. Because people know, like, yo, okay, he with the shits, but he knows some other shit too. It ain't gotta be a full 16. It can just every now and you slide the shit in there strategically. So you ain't gotta try to exercise your mind to maximum capacity. Just let that shit flow naturally, and out of those 16, trust me, you're gonna get at least 3 or 4 bars that are like profound, like, whoa. I like that, I like that, I like that. That's all you need. And you get better over time. You be wanting every line to punch. That's what I'm talking about. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. We don't need to try to be Cassidy. We don't need to do that no more. We don't need to be the punchline king. If you got 4 punchlines out of a 16, you're good. If you talking bullshit, just long as you got your cadence and your rhythm on point, you got your rhythm on point, you can be saying any fucking thing. You can be saying anything. But don't try to be the master before your time. That's all I gotta say. Don't try to be the master before your time. You're not gonna write, each line is not gonna be perfection at first. Lloyd Banks is a punchline king. Lloyd Banks is a master of his craft. Cassidy is a master of his craft. That's why they put in that time to be that. That wasn't their first lines. They had to work to get there. Trust me, listen to their first shit. They wasn't spitting that shit that they spit now. They had to evolve to that. That ain't something that they always been able to do. First, it started off as a couple lines, and those couple lines is, okay, now you get to a point where every line is dope. But you don't start there. 1 line out of 16 bars may be dope. The next time it may be 2. Next time it may be 3. But once you start getting into the mental exercise of doing this shit every time, you start to be able to naturally go deeper into your thought without straining yourself. People are straining themselves. What are the best hurts for hip hop music? 432. 432. Recording 432 at all times. And if you don't know about 432, do your YouTubes, do your Googles, and you'll see what the deal is. But again, regardless of the hurts, it's still what's coming from your soul that makes it magic. Because even if it ain't in 432, it can still be magical because it's coming from your soul. Because remember, music breaks down to 11. Number 2, the energy of the moon, the lunar energy, your soul. The soul is still coming from your soul. Does anybody know the real date from the Gregorian calendar? I honestly feel like that don't matter. Who cares what the real date is? Because the collective consciousness believes it's 2018. It's fucking 2018. Because that's what the collective thinks. That's what the reality is. You go around saying it's February 9th and it's February the 12th. It ain't happening. Do I use my tarot cards for daily divination? You do, Lord, and you see this player as they appear in the journey? Absolutely. No, I don't. I used to use it as my daily drivers. Now I do it mainly for like the videos and other people. But I did at one point. And I use it for writing. Like if I want to be creative, yeah, I may pull some cards. But it's definitely for all creative endeavors. But of course I have a lot more that I do. So I may use the tarot, I may not, you know, because I be mixing and matching tools. I be doing things, trying new things. I be doing all type of other stuff. You know what I mean? Trying to implement everything together. You know what I mean? Just, you see, just being able to synchronize my movements. You know? So that's all it is. But you know, when you mastering the 9 elements of hip hop, you understand hip hop holistically. Unless you master all 9 elements, there's no way to fully, truly understand hip hop. It's like the dude that feels like he understands hip hop because he goes to hip hop shows or he listens to hip hop, as opposed to the dude that's creating the hip hop, that's writing the hip hop, that's performing the hip hop, that's experiencing the hip hop, that's breakdancing the hip hop, that's creating the music of hip hop. Whole different experience. So there are those who are observing the experience, and there are those who are creating the experience and having a direct experience with spirit or connected with spirits, necromancy. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know, you see, we can go in. You know what I mean? This is video number 2. For those who didn't know, this is video number 2. I should have stopped this. I should have stopped this and make a third. I should have stopped this and make a third video. I seem chill. Yeah, I definitely. I sparked up a little earlier, so I'm good. You wish you can dance? You can dance. If you can wish it, you can. You know, if you can think it, we already know. If you can think it, you can be it. If you truly have a desire, trust me. You see me with a skateboard. I don't know how to skateboard. But give me about 90 days, you're going to see me skateboarding. That's not necessarily a natural talent. I'm going against the grain with that. Like I said, I'm dealing with cops every night. Trust me, if I can learn how to do some shit I don't know how to do, you can do the same. You know what I mean? That's the times we in. Manifest your soul. This is a year to manifest your soul. Do your soul work. Manifest your soul in its fullest capacity. Yeah, make a third. Alright, fuck it. Alright, I'm gonna end this video in like 5 minutes. And I'm gonna, I guess, give my phone about 30 minutes to charge. And we gonna come with a third fucking video. Hopefully y'all can keep up. Hopefully y'all can keep up. So alright, we got about 5 minutes. You can't astral project. You gotta try harder, bro. That's all I can say. Whatever you're doing, do more of it. You gotta go harder. If it ain't happening, you gotta go harder. You're just not going hard enough. If I make a third, the game is gonna explode. That's funny. That's funny. Oh yeah. This is what's the name of this video? What's the name of this video? Visions from the Darkside? Did I live up to the title? Visions from the motherfucking Darkside. Goddamn, you already know what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Prince Raziel, asharenu, Amon asharenu, Lord Asha, Infinite, Mind Prolific, Kaio Mace. You know what I mean? That was my video game name when I was playing Nintendo 64 and shit. Like, you only had like 3 letters. You can only use 3 letters. I would either put my last name, which is Lee, or I would put Kaio, Kyo, from King of Fighters. He was a fire bearer. Yeah, we can go back to anime and all that shit. We can go back to the archives, trust me. Like, all I had was video game posters on my walls and shit as a kid. Because I lived in a number 3 house. I grew up in a number 3 house. So, that's all about Jupiter. So my mind was in Asia or was in Tokyo fully. Trust me, my mind has been in motherfucking Tokyo. And Tokyo just so happens break down to the number 3. For those who are interested. Are we living in a video game? Yes, we are definitely living in a computer stimulation. We are. Doesn't mean somebody is controlling you. That just means somebody can control you if you're not controlling yourself. If you're not controlling yourself, Yeah, you know. Yeah, definitely. The Legend of Zelda, y'all already know. It was the silver one, then it was a gold one, the Majora's Mask. You had the, what is it? The Arena of Time. I'm not saying that wrong. The little flute of time. You had the gold one with the mask on. See, that was my shit. The one with the mask where you had to constantly go back in time. It's all type of hidden jewels. Remember, you had to summon the four guardians. Had to stop the moon from destroying the fucking game. Remember, the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It was a dude with a mask. He had power over the moon. And the moon, in 3 days, the moon was going to destroy the whole fucking planet. And in order for that not to happen, you had to summon the four guardians. It was earth, wind, fire, water, air, earth. You had to summon all four guardians. And they would stop the moon. Then you had to go into the moon and fight the mask, the Majora's Mask, which is basically going into your subconscious, fighting your shadow and integrating your shadow. Exactly. Mind raising Asia. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 5%ers, nation of the gods and earth. You know what I mean? That moon, that lunar energy is definitely potent. Trust me. What's the most effective way to manifest money? Stream Brzee 8 hours a day, 45 days. You'll get some cash. Trust me. If you can build up that mental exercise, you can get some cash. Stream Brzee. Keep that mantra on your mind. Stream Brzee, SHREEMBRZEE. 8 hours a day for 45 days. You'll get results if you can keep it up. Keep up the endurance, you can get results. Keep putting in that work, you can get results. But we're going to get up out of here. We're going to get up out of here about 30 minutes. I'll be back for a third video. And we're going to say it one more time. Stream Brzee. SHREEMBRZEE. SHREEMBRZEE. 8 hours a day, 45 days. There you go. It's just a consciousness. It keeps your mind focused on one particular thing. So yeah, we gonna get up out of here. Definitely everybody check out the website, asharenu.com. Check out the links in the motherfucking description. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? Hold me down. Definitely hit up the PayPal. If y'all fucking with me, hit up the PayPal. If this has been useful for you, hit up the PayPal. Hit a motherfucker up with a tip if y'all appreciate it. I appreciate y'all as well. We'll be back. 1. Peace, Hotel, Chaos, Destruction, Madness. Peace.